Hello students, welcome to the new session. So today we will be speaking about word order. So word order in the sense the ordering of or the arranging of words in an order. So here in the beginning we have to speak about adverbs. So here adverbs means a word which qualifies or speaks more about a verb. Okay, so when we study adverbs, we also study about different types of adverbs like adverb of place, adverb of duration, adverb of time, adverb of frequency and so on. So we have to know where to place these adverbs. So there are different positions or different ways in which we can place adverb of these kinds, like adverb of place, adverb of time, adverb of duration and so on. So today in this class we will speak about adverb of time, adverb of duration and adverb of place, and where to place these adverbs or how to place these adverbs. So in the beginning we can say that adverb of place, time and duration are usually placed at the end of a sentence or a clause. So this is the major thing which we have to keep in mind, that is an adverb of time, place and duration will be placed at the end of a sentence or a clause. So this thing has to be kept in mind. And for example, while we are staying at a hotel, a conference was being held there. So here, while we are staying at the hotel, this is a clause, and towards the end of the clause we have used a adverb of place, that's at the hotel, and a conference was being held there. The word there is used as an adverb of place and it is towards the end of a sentence. And Mona joined a class last week. So here the word last week speaks about the time when she joined the class. And he waited for an hour and then went away. Here for an hour is used towards the end of a clause. Okay, so here usually adverb of place, time and duration are placed towards the end of a sentence or a clause. And we have some exceptions from the main rule. We'll see what are those. So adverb of time and place can also be placed in the beginning of a sentence or just after a link word. For example, last week he joined our class. What is the difference between last week he joined our class and he joined our class last week? So when we use this adverb of time in the beginning, the adverb of time gets more important, or we can say it gets more emphasis on it. So when we get more emphasis on it, the time gets more importance in the sentence. So that is the difference why we place this adverb of time and place in the beginning, but usually we place at the end of a sentence or a clause. So we have also said that it is also placed just after a link word. That is, for an hour he waited and then went away. So here the word for is used as a link word in the sentence and then followed by the adverb of duration. Okay, so that is with regard to the other one. And then the next thing, that is, this is especially in the case of here and there. Some are occasionally used in the beginning or in the middle. So that is like here and there and so on. So that is with regard to adverb of place, time and duration. And now we move on to speak about adverb of frequency. So adverb of frequency means which means how often an event occurs. That is what is meant by adverb of frequency. And so adverb of frequency is placed just before the verb that it qualifies. For example, they always work hard. They always work hard. So this is the one thing which we have to keep in mind. So the major rule with the adverb of frequency is adverb of frequency are placed just before the verb that it modifies. So that is with regard to adverb of frequency. And there are some exceptions from the rule. That is, only if there are multi-word auxiliary in the sentence, we place the adverb in between the auxiliary. For example, he has often been praised for his work, or she has rarely been told that she is beautiful. So here the word often is placed in between the auxiliaries, that is has and been, and then followed by has plus adverb frequency plus been plus verb. So that is the form of the sentence structure. So only in the case of auxiliaries, if there are two auxiliaries, we will place in between. In all the other circumstances, we will use the adverb frequency just after the verb that it qualifies. In any means, like if there is only a single auxiliary, or if we use not, or in the case of question also, we will use adverb frequency just before the verb that it qualifies. So if you look at the examples of the things which are there, you will be able to understand. And that is with regard to adverb frequency. And now we have to speak something about the adverbs and its order. See, if there are two or more adverbs in the same sentence, what do? We can place in a particular manner in which it occurs. For example, if there are two adverbs of time and place, where do we place? We place adverb of place in the beginning followed by adverb of time. But the place of these two adverbs will be towards the end of the sentence. There the main rule stands the same, but at the end we will place adverb of place in the beginning and then followed by time. So this is the main rule. For example, he went out yesterday. He went out yesterday. The word out is a place and yesterday is a time. There are times wherein which we can write in the opposite way, followed by time plus place. In those situations, what happens? The adverb of time gets more importance. For example, they left today for Japan. So the word today gets more importance in the sentence. So that is with regard to adverb of time and place. And one more thing which you have to say, an adverb giving the number of times an event occurs normally comes before the adverb of time. If there are three adverbs, for example, she went to the library several times last week. So if there are three adverbs like adverb of time, place and duration, what will happen? Or frequency. Adverb of time, place and frequency. So here in this situation, we will place adverb of frequency in the middle of the sentence. For example, or just before the time that it qualifies. For example, she went to the library several times yesterday. So here last week is the time, and just before that to be placed several times, that is the adverb of frequency, and before that there is a place, that is library. So here there are three adverbs that are used in the sentence. One is place, frequency, time. That is the format of this particular adverbs. So that is all about it. And if you have any doubt with regard to it, you can ask me. And this is all about the session. Thank you.